John Razimus here. I just reset it on accident, but it's not a big deal. This one did go up pretty good, and then it went down a little bit, and I just reset it because I'm shooting this. I was taking a second take walking over here, and I was like, I reset it. But it did seem to play with this one a little bit. Didn't touch this one. In a previous experiment, this is the newer one. It moved this one to the very end within like 15 minutes. And in another experiment, it didn't move it at all. It stayed just like that. So it's really going to depend. Every experiment's different. Here are some of the ghost hunting pieces of equipment you will never see on any other experiment. And I'm going to finally test out this thing, the Pi diode. I have it hooked up to a recorder, a high quality, at least recorder that doesn't have to rely on the microphone. It's going to rely on that microphone. We have two more of the static proximity detectors. We have a couple EVP recorders. Low tech is high tech when it comes to EVPs. It's Friday the 13th around 12:30 p.m. PST. 5 seconds of silence. Low tech is high tech when it comes to EVPs, so don't always search for the highest stereo ultra voice capturing quality. You want stuff that can pick up the background with a prominent microphone that can be seen by the spirits. I believe this model is particularly useful because the spirits can really see that microphone. Some might see an X-ray vision, and if you're seeing an X-ray vision, a nice big square to indicate as opposed to just a couple dots is very useful.
Friday the 13th around 12:30 p.m. PST. 5 seconds of silence.
So as you can see, it's very loud and annoying sounding, but that's exactly what you want when it comes to an EVP recorder. Okay. I just recently got this stereo model, and it records in stereo, but it's digital vintage stereo. So this is a very unique one, very cool device. I'll be testing this out later tonight. I already know this works. We're going to test these out for the first time ever. And to be honest, with the last Corners of Rooms experiment, this is the turntable that the entity sat down on a couple times, or at least creaked around a couple times. I mean, I'm seeing new cracks that weren't there, but understandably, it's an old turntable, but seriously, quit cracking my vintage turntable. So I'm going to be putting one of these devices up here, and to be honest, I'm going to be putting one of these devices over here. Let's grab this one. And I'm going to have a camera on this corner. I'm going to have a camera on that corner. I suspect there are at least 2 spirits. I'm going to have this lapel microphone recording from this device right here. This is a slightly newer device, or higher quality as opposed to these vintage Sony ones. And it focuses on the voice too well. It doesn't pick up background noise too well. But guess what does pick up background noise? This horrible lapel mic. I've heard police sirens, police cars go woo 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 from like a mile away that I couldn't hear, but this mic could pick up. So this mic picks up really subtle things from the background, hopefully the voices of ghosts, spirits. I have some crazy stuff here. You will not want to miss it. Anything static electricity, I've been thinking about getting, including something as crazy as a plasma ball. The plasma ball, let's just put it this way. If a spirit wants to touch it, you can even see my hand if I get close enough. You can see prominent on one side, and although it seems like a toy, and it's definitely not in the realm of perfect for a piece of scientific equipment or even ghost hunting equipment, but it's a cool test. Anything static electricity related, I'm going to be picking up. Just the reason I picked up this thing and this thing and this, I'm probably going to most definitely have over here. Many things I'm going to have over here. I pretty much ditched my this thing right here. I'm pretty much ditching this because the setup isn't going to consist of what can fit in these slots. So if anyone thought this was any type of rigged gimmick, it was not. It's just a piece of plastic holder I created on the fly. But yeah, this is the setup. It's going to be pretty intense. As far as these things, I'm not going to be using them because they're vintage radio indicators, and this one's switch is stuck. I can't even turn it. This one does turn on, but as far as I know, it's broken. But, you know, maybe for good measure, I'll pop it up there, see what happens. Now, you don't want the spirit to be focusing on something that's broken. I might set up a few coins or whatnot. That's right. I was going to set up my lucky coins. I had a lucky coin experiment where I went into a casino with a pocket full of lucky coins, and the machine, literally, I've never seen this in my life, the slot machine, you know, there's a chance you could either win or lose, right? Nope. Apparently not with lucky coins in your pocket, or perhaps unlucky coins. But this is what happened. The slot machine decided to not turn. The dials, you know, let's say 777, they didn't turn, they all stayed still. I put in the money, pulled the handle, and nothing moved. It was like, nope, we're not going to move for you. You lose. Well, it didn't even say I lose. I had to get the tech guy to see what happened. And he said, you lost. And I said I couldn't even see it move. It didn't move. The machine's broken. I would like to at least for it to tell me I lost. And he didn't believe me, and until I told him, you know, it's just $2. Okay, my lucky coins. A lot of them I have sealed. I might open them up. That's just a old-fashioned good luck symbol. This is literally from the 1920s. The lucky hand, we have that. We have this is a fairly recent one. It's hard to see. We got my piece of Moldavite. We have some really rare ones with a Swami on there. Well, this one's pretty rare. This is called a Jeffrey, I believe, because it says Jeffrey on the back. This is really vintage, from the 20s, 30s possibly. Very old good luck coins. Every single one of these are vintage good luck coins. This is the same Swami one, but it's a slightly different size. Okay, this is a reproduction. This is a very cool one. Reproduction of the same era of good luck coins. So I will perhaps try to stand them up like I did with my aluminum coins. Easily can be knocked over by a spirit, and perhaps I'll do that with my lucky coins. This setup will be 100% ready to go with 4 cameras running. One of the cameras is the live stream camera. One of the cameras is this Sony Handycam. One of the cameras is this GoPro. One of the cameras is my Panasonic over there. Perhaps no, actually I can't. I can't break out this camera because this camera affects EVP devices. For example, this EVP device right here will be affected. Okay, it's hard to say when it gets affected. I'll just tell you this: when the camera starts to spy, send information back and forth between Apple headquarters or wherever, maybe just to your, whatever the case may be, this turns red because it's a wave coming out of my phone. Perhaps I get a text message or a phone call. It detects these waves going back and forth from my phone, and bam, this turns red. I can't have that messing up the experiment, so no cameras allowed. But I have a new clock. You'll see what it looks like. It's a very cool LED clock that I will have for the experiment. A lot of cool things coming. I suspect it'll be a successful, positive vibes. It's going to be a successful experiment. I thank you for watching. This has been John Razimus. Tonight, 8 p.m. PST, 11 p.m. EST. The experiment will begin. We're going to go at least 2 hours, perhaps 3 or 4. We will see what happens. I thank you for watching. Be seeing you.